Michigan. That's right. This is where it all started. So it's good to see you all here today, and I'm honored to be here with you today. My name is Mark Ruffalo. I moonlight as an actor, and activism is my day job. So today I'm here to help get Kamala Harris and Tim Walz to the White House. I was in Pennsylvania a few days ago, and the energy was insane. It was vibing, and we're all out there. All of us are out there doing our part, coming together and getting Democrats and independents and Republicans to the polls. Now, Kamala Harris is offering a bright future for our country. She's young. She is a person of color. She is a woman. She has fresh ideas. She is whip smart. She doesn't lie her ass off. And her vision for America is for all Americans. Now, in contrast, Donald Trump and his cronies of goofy billionaire boyfriends, they're just the opposite. They got nothing but downer news and downer ideas. If they were a boys band, they would be Downer Donald and the Despairs. I mean, he sows seeds of hatred. I mean, did you see those fools at the Madison Square Garden rally? Boo! Double boo! Hiss! Man, what a drag! Talk about making someone feel unwelcome. Trump-publicans and the party of Trump make us feel unwelcome. They are the party of unwelcome. They're a little tent party. You know, they're not even really any kind of party. They ain't even a party. They're just a downer event. And what happens to downers? They go down. It's time to get up, America. It's time to get up and get down with democracy and down with Donald Trump and Trumpism. Who wants 4 more years of that kind of garbage? I mean, who wants 4 more years of what they're selling us? It's hatred, it's division, it's loss, it's despair, it's a drag, it's a downer. We ain't going back, no way. We ain't going back. And that's just the truth of things. And no matter how hard they want to take you back, you just can't go back. And we did it once, it sucked. Understatement. How bad did it suck? Real bad. I mean, he tried to get us to inject bleach in our veins. He wanted us to stick light bulbs up our... He tried to enforce a Muslim ban, like his great big idea. First thing he does when he gets in office. He shuts down our government, costing us billions of dollars, putting so many people out of work. He sparked an uptick in hate crimes. Murder went up in 2020, being the highest uptick in murder on record. America suffered over 1,700 mass shootings. When Hurricane Maria hit, this fool delayed $20 billion of aid and let Puerto Rico go without power for 181 days. This is the shit we forget. It was a nightmare. We don't remember this because it was a nightmare. We don't want to remember the bad. We're not going back. This is a man who said there's very fine people among the packed house of Nazis in Charlottesville. You want to talk about anti-Semitism? Let's talk about anti-Semitism. The Nazis love Trump, okay? They love him. We don't love Nazis. We hate Nazis. Okay, we're against Nazis, right? I mean, we can agree on that. We are the party of love. This is a love fest. We talk about, we got every kind, look here, we got every kind of person out here, man. You're beautiful. We got black people, we got white people, we got brown people, we got Asian people, we got Latino people, we got white people, we got old people, we got young people, we got me, we don't know what I am. I'm from all over the place. Now, this is the dude who proudly appointed 3 Supreme Court judges he knew would overturn Roe versus Wade. They're not dragging us back, man. We're not going back. We're not going back. Donald Trump, we're not going back. His stupid anti-science and love of conspiracy theories led to 3,000 people dying a week of COVID. That's a 9/11 daily. That's some dark stuff, man. That's what he wants to bring us back to. He lost us 2.9 million American jobs during his presidency, the highest of any president in history. This is what we got to remember. This is what we're forgetting. He had his impeachments, his 2020 campaign lies, the insurrection, the stealing of state secrets, and leaving him in his bathroom at the Trump Holiday Inn in Mar-a-Lago. Who does that, man? What kind of an idiot does that? And it goes on and on and on, not to mention raping and admittedly and proudly molesting women. Lock him up. You know what? We ain't going back, dude. We're not coming. You're not taking us back. We're not going back. I urge you all to check out Robert Reich's Substack newsletter for 101 reasons not to go back to Trump again. He published that today. 101 reasons. I read you 10. His Project 2025 agenda is truly insane, deporting 20 million hardworking, tax-paying immigrants. These people pay taxes. We're talking trillions of dollars worth of taxes coming into our country. It's going to cost $3 billion to send them away. And it's going to cost our economy trillions of dollars. Who's going to pay for that? Is that what Elon Musk means when he says we're going to have to suffer when Donald Trump comes into office economically? Who's going to pay for that? He wants to outlaw protest. What's going to happen when he puts forth all these crazy ideas he has and we can't go on the streets to protest it? They know what's happening. Their Project 2025 is coming after women because they see women becoming powerful. They see women leading. So they want you to go back to the 50s where you're stuck in a kitchen, made to have children that you don't want to have, and have to support them. And whose back is that going to fall on? Yours. And by the way, young men out there, who's going to pay for those babies? Where the hell are you? Come on, man. A real man stands up for the women. You think you're macho? When 6% of you today won't tell your wives that you're voting for Kamala? You're scared to death. Be a man, man. Stand up for what's right. Talking about how you're the man, how you're the alpha man, how you have more testosterone. Come on, bro. That's somebody who's just scared they ain't a man. He wants to shut down the public education system. Jesus Christ. What are we going to do when we have nowhere to send our kids? When you have to pay $60,000, $70,000 a year to get them an education? What are we going to do? Wants to make abortion illegal nationally, get rid of the National Oceanic Atmosphere Administration, which is how we prepare for the kind of super hurricanes that just pummeled Florida. I mean, we can't afford 4 more years of this shit. I'm sorry. We can't afford it. For climate change, we're right there. We're at the end. This is it. This is the last moment. This is it. We got to come together. We can't be fighting against some dimwits who want to go to Mars, who suddenly don't remember climate change. Oh, just forgot about it. They want to take, Elon Musk wants to take your billions of dollars in tax funds to go start his little empire on Mars, and he knows that the Democrats won't let him do it, and that's why he jumped into the arms of his new boyfriend, Donald Trump. That's what that's about. Jumping around like a dipshit. Okay, we're for protecting women's health care. Kamala's for protecting, she fires us up. No matter what issue you're into, she's got an answer for. She's on the right side of it. She's got that wisdom that only, she's got a black woman wisdom. I'm not going to say that's the only wisdom, but that's a special kind of wisdom. That's a kind of wisdom that comes from the grace of being part of an awful part of American history that is painful, and to have to learn to survive in that generation after generation. That gives you a grace, that gives you a humility, that gives you a compassion. That has to be, we have to think about that. We have to honor it. I'm not saying it's better. I'm not saying it's better than anyone, but there's something to be learned from that. Just like there's something to be learned from every different kind of people that make up America, this beautiful country. The only person who's not an immigrant in this country are the Native Americans. And they're so sweet with a kind of grace and gentility. And they see all of us in relationship to one another. Those are the ideals that America was built on. America was built on the Native American political structure. And by the way, the women were in charge. The women were equal. The women had vetoing power over any official. They were as equal to the men at making decisions. Anyway, she's on the right side of all that. Protecting women's health care, giving every American the reproductive rights they deserve. Kamala is the only choice. For fighting back against climate change and leaving our kids a world where they can breathe clean air and drink clean water. Kamala is the only choice. Dude, Trump wants to roll back the PFAS regulations that you know what water is. Michigan knows what water is. You know how important it is. We got to protect that. Project 2025 wants to get rid of all the scientists and put his lackeys, his lickspittles, in all those political positions. We can't let him do that. No, we cannot. Kamala's the only choice. Now I want to bring up something that's very difficult. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Kamala Harris and where she stands on Gaza and Israel. This country is hurting deeply over this issue. And our Arab and Jewish communities are hurting. And there's no way that we will ever have a lasting peace or heal this hurt by dropping bombs on women and children and starving them to death. The way we are doing it now, I think we could all agree, no matter who you are, it's just not working. The images we're seeing coming out of that part of the world, they're heartbreaking. We shouldn't be seeing those kind of images, not from one of our allies. It creates a really troubling and conflicting sense of who we are and what our morals are and who we are in the world as Americans, no matter where you stand on it. And it's a very difficult issue, and I see all sides of it. I have a lot of compassion for this issue. But the way we're doing it now just isn't working. It's tearing us apart. And it's my belief that Kamala means it when she says that every Palestinian has the right to self-determination. She means that. And that Israel and Palestine have a right to share the same shared security. And yes, we have to bring the hostages home, and we have to stop the killing, and we have to stop the starvation, and we have to stop the expansion of another war because we know it doesn't work. We've seen it again and again. These wars don't mean shit. They don't bring us anything. They kill our kids. They drain the money from our communities. It has to be a just war. It has to be a clearly just war if you're going to fight a war. And I believe that it means it when she's going to reach for a two-state solution. She's our only choice, folks. And we need a leader who believes these things to bring people together through peace. We're not going to bomb our way into a better future. It ain't going to happen. So, for turning the page on Donald Trump's politics of hate and building a more perfect democracy with every citizen being important to it, Kamala is the only choice. Now, all of us here are going to help decide this election. Who we touch are going to decide this election. We got to go out in 3s and 4s to decide this election. We got to fight to the bitter end to decide this election. I mean, get your groove on, because this is cool. This is now. We're badasses. We are going to change the United States. We're going to put a young black woman in the office, and we are going to make this country everything it's promised to be. We got all the ideas here. We got all the different people, all the different languages, all the different races, all the different beliefs, all the different love. We got all the love. And it's love that makes America great. It's love that brings us together. It's love. We can't forget the love. It's about love. And the storm clouds on the horizon are trying to make us think that love isn't here anymore, that it doesn't mean anything. Don't fall for it. It's the illusion. It's the illusion. So, I believe in Michigan, man. I was here. I saw what happened with Flint. I saw how you got by. You did that without the help of anybody. The community came together and did that. That was community care. You didn't get any help from anybody. And you did that. It was beautiful. It's what America's about. So let's make Kamala Harris the next president of the United States. Right? Thank you, Flint. Get out there. Let's get up. We're not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back. We're only going forward. 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 Thank you.